We've been training on a outdoor track. It's basically surrounded by other buildings, so it's kind of like protected by the wind in some parts. It's a blue track, and like there's a lot of athletes training on it.
And how's training been so far since you've been there preparing for your upcoming heat?
It's actually been going pretty well. We had that opening ceremony where we had to like stand for a couple hours, and my legs felt tired like 1 or 2 days after that, but I've been feeling fine lately.
And what's the experience like just being there at the Olympic Games, seeing everybody there and all the festivities? What has it been like?
I would say it's been like pretty amazing. Like you see like so many basketball players and like celebrities like Serena and Venus Williams and like all these famous track athletes like from Kenya or like USA. It's pretty cool seeing everybody in like one spot. So.
Hey, Josh, I wanted to ask you, this is Andy Wheeler, by the way. I wanted to ask you, with the Olympics being such a huge thing, like you mentioned, in the Olympic Village, you're seeing all these superstar athletes, and I'm sure your family, they're all over your phone, they're blowing up social media. How do you kind of tune out that distraction when it is time to train and get into race mode?
What I do is, like before I head out to practice, is that I listen to music, and I kind of just listen and like try not to look at my phone too much. But yeah, that's the main thing, just listening to music.
Also, I wanted to talk about the race. You are running in the 800, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And this is a tough race because it's not a sprint and it's not a distance. It's right there in the middle, so there is a lot of strategy that goes into it. You can't just go out 100%, 100 miles an hour. You kind of have to pace yourself a little bit. What is your strategy going into this race?
Well, the first lap has to be quicker than the second lap because you're going to slow down no matter what. Yeah, it's basically not an all-out sprint, but it's kind of like a controlled sprint. Like you want to be relaxed for most of the first lap and then just try to hang on for the second lap.
So you're feeling good here, and what is your goal? Do you have a time goal or a place goal going into this heat?
More of a time goal. I'm just trying to break my PR, which is 158.2. I'd be happy to run like a 7 or 156.
All right, last but not least, just what are you looking forward to most on the day of competition?
Day of competition, I'm looking forward to like just hearing the crowd, because that's what motivates me. Like when I'm racing is when I hear everybody cheering, and I think it's going to be a once in a lifetime experience having that many people in your watching your race.
And remember, for everything about anything Olympics, from scores, results, medal count, to just great stories, man, about the Rio Games, check out NBCOlympics.com. The ISR camp held at JFK's Ramsey Field had over 30 football players from different schools on Guam attending the one-day event. Scout Stephen Thompson, who's an NCAA certified recruiter, played his football career at University of Utah from 2001 to 2004. Thompson will be taking back the video shot of the camp to use as a recruiting tool to give our players some exposure and hopefully help get them to that next level. A big shout out to Kellen Kawasaki, Andrew Johnson, Stephen S.P. Phillips, Jean-Tu Lee, Dari Davis, Matt Toya, and Darren Tullis for helping coach at the camp. The camp was hosted by Pumpy Productions, Lilia Manglotnia, Julia Santos, Gavin West, with special thanks to all of the other sponsors who contributed to make the event possible. Guam's U16 Junior Masakata team heading off island on the 25th for some international competition. The ladies will be competing in the U16 AFC qualifier in Bangkok, Thailand.
We will be challenging teams from around Asia. We'll be playing Myanmar, Laos, Jordan, and Thailand. We expect some pretty skilled teams, very aggressive. We've never really challenged them before, but we're expecting them to be pretty good. We've been preparing for a while now, so I think we're ready.
The team recently traveled to Maui in China for competition. Team Guam will be facing Myanmar on August 29th and wrap up play against Jordan on September 5th. Now, only the top team moves on to the final round unless Thailand finishes as number one. In that case, the second place team will go on to the final round next year.
Well, we've been preparing for almost a year now. At first, a couple of girls started showing up, but then as we all came on island more, started showing up, and we built up the team. But I'd say our team is pretty good. We have some returnees, some new people, so that helps mix it up a bit. So overall, I think we have a pretty good team.